Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. Alright, so I just want to give you guys a quick fix. I had this issue with my truck. It was a hot day when this issue came up. Turn on the AC. Actually, I think the AC was on the on position. The button was on the on position. Turn on the truck, and there was no AC. It was blowing. It was a hot day. It was blowing like really hot air, warm air. And noticed that the compressor wasn't turning on. Didn't hear the compressor. And opened the hood. Actually, I think I played around with the control settings a little bit, turned the AC button off and on, and then try to play around with the temperature setting, automatic control setting, and none of them actually did anything as far as getting the AC to come back on. So at that point, I pretty much just opened the hood up and just went to where the compressor was, where the low line, the high line hose connected to where the compressor was, and just try to see whether there was any issues with it. Now, I didn't have any kind of tools with me at the time. I was looking at the compressor, and the compressor was the compressor was not turning. I mean, the pulley on the compressor was turning, but the compressor wasn't turning on as far as the AC compressor was concerned. Obviously, the pulley was running when the engine was running, but the AC compressor wasn't turning on. So at that point, I was like, okay, there might be something wrong with the AC compressor. You guys have had this situation before. It's not like one of these most uncommon situations. If you guys had cars and trucks with AC issues, sometimes the AC compressor goes out and you need to change the AC compressor. However, in this situation, obviously you don't want to just, you want to test it out first. You might want to just test it out first, and you could test it out by putting a positive line onto the AC compressor's positive, bypassing all the fuses and relays by connecting the positive of the battery to the AC compressor's positive. And if that compressor runs, then it's not the compressor that's the issue, it's something else. However, in this situation, it was a hot day. I really didn't have any tools with me at the time, and it just went out of nowhere. And I was thinking to myself, I can't test it out at this point. How do I figure out what the issue is? It could be so many issues. It could be a lack of pressure because there's a leak somewhere, and lack of pressure meaning that most of the freons escaped from the system. It could be the AC compressor. There could be there's a bunch of sensors on the what is it called? There's a bunch of sensors, air sensors, AC sensors on the low line and the high line. So many things that you could possibly, there's just so many different sensors. And to figure this out, I wanted to get it working. I was hoping to get it working, and I was hoping that I could get it working at the time. So I was like, what's the most obvious thing that could cause this, where I could actually fix this issue if it's fixable? So I was looking at the fuse box, and I was thinking it might be the AC compressor relay. That could be a problem. And normally I'll give you guys a trick. If you guys have another person there with you, what you guys want to do is you guys want to turn on the car, and you have somebody at the fuse box and somebody turn on the AC, push the AC button on the temperature control. If somebody pushed the AC button, when they push the button on the AC control, just listen for a click in where the AC relay is. If there's a click, that means the AC relay is working. However, here's an easier trick. What you guys could do is you guys could take the relay from another portion of the box. You know, there's a bunch of relays for different things, but something innocuous, a relay for something that's innocuous that has nothing to do with the running of the vehicle. You take that relay, a similar relay, you take that relay and you take the other relay off and you swap it out, and if the AC compressor comes on, then you know that the relay is the problem. However, in this situation, swapped it out and you get the same situation. There's really not no difference. However, there's also a fuse for the HVAC. There's also a fuse for the HVAC. If you guys look on the cover of where the fuse is, I believe it's a 10 amp fuse. I'm not 100% sure on it, but there's a fuse on the HVAC, and essentially you want to make sure that that fuse is not blown. Now in this situation, I'll tell you what, that fuse was not blown. That fuse was good. However, I did take it out just to look at it. I put on my finger, looked at it in the light, in the sun, and the fuse didn't seem like it was blown. However, I had it out for I would say like a couple of minutes. I had it out for a couple of minutes. It wasn't blown. I was trying to figure out whether it was something that I wasn't seeing. Hopefully, just checked out the fuse, made sure that it wasn't brownish in the top, there wasn't anything that was burnt, and I put it back in. I was at a McDonald's. I drank some Coke, just trying to figure out what the fuse out, just trying to figure out what else could be the issue, if it wasn't the fuse. But I popped the fuse back in and decided it was a failed effort. But then the AC was on. The AC came. The AC was on. The AC worked, and that was the thing that was the thing that actually fixed the problem. Apparently, if you take the fuse out for maybe like a minute or so, and then put it back in, what happens is it'll reset the temperature control, the temperature control settings, and it'll turn your AC back on. And it was an easy fix. Glad I got that fixed. If you guys had this problem, and if you guys want an easy fix, it might be that fuse that's causing your issue. Now, if it's not that fuse that's causing your issue, it might be. It could be a host of other things that you might. It could be your AC compressor. It could be just the sensors on your high and low line. But hopefully this is your situation, and this is a fix for your situation. If you have any of your own personal, experiences with this situation, definitely leave a comment in the comments section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. All right, guys, take care.